Philadelphia Eagles.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich side Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. And the Philadelphia Eagles. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. Of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. By what your offense is doing.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive.
26-yard line.
And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
An 8-yard pickup.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Eagles' 41.
And he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Panthers.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18.
Number 88.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
First down.
Now a handoff here to his running.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Stopped tripped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. From a yard out. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season in Oklahoma.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On 1st down, Hurts. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but well, the thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he's cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. There for the tackle, Jacob Martin. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Panthers.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and goal.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. After the penalty. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure on you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The ball carried by number 28.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A throw on a quick slant, going to be complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
To number 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he stopped. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Third and a yard.
There on the tackle. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Carolina.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting a 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
26-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Before getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good.
33 yards that time. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field to the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First down, Panthers.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down at the 41. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The pass.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Man open left side is Brown. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At their 49-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
First and 10.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. Give him 52 yards on the ground. Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat. And look at that wide open space. And he rumbled for big-time yardage.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Nice jump.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They'll go to Barkley again. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
32-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Panthers.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Panther first down.
Now a handoff looking right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now they try the right side here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the Eagles' 16-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Number 38.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Cox on the tackle.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
He's got it. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start, as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Touchdown, Carolina.
From 4 yards out. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this out the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st down, Hurts. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's good.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Number 40.
A gain of 3, second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Ball carried by number 8.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they'll indeed take a knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Tonight's final.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Panthers, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucks. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.